fascinated by the Czech Republic, especially Czech film and theater, which led the resistance during the communist occupation.
Celá divadelní komunita se spojila v generální stávce se studenty a nezávislými aktivisty, aby se postavila do čela boje národa proti despotismu totalitního systému.
Peaceful resistance is part of the cultural DNA. So, what's the connection between Czech Republic and Winston-Salem, a major city in the Triad area of Piedmont, North Carolina? Let's explore. Our story begins in the early 1400s, a century before the revolutionary actions of Martin Luther. Jan Hus, a Czech priest and reformer, emerged as a vocal critic of the Catholic Church's practices, advocating for a return to the purity of early Christianity. His outspokenness led to his excommunication and eventual burning at the stake in 1415. Hus's teachings and martyrdom ignited a rebellion, giving rise to the Hussite movement, which challenged the authority of the Catholic Church and sought to reform its practices. This precursor to the Protestant Reformation, celebrated by Luther himself, laid the groundwork for the Unitas Fratrum, or Unity of the Brethren, which later became the Moravian Church. The Moravians, influenced by Hus's teachings, carried forward his ideals of religious reform, emphasizing vernacular worship, access to scriptures, and a rejection of corrupt practices. They embraced Hus's principles of religious freedom, simplicity, and communal living. Seeking religious freedom, the Moravians migrated to North America in 1735 and settled in Savannah, Georgia. Their efforts to establish a community faced challenges and ultimately failed, so they sought a more suitable location. They found a more enduring home in Pennsylvania in 1741 and founded the Bethlehem settlement. In 1753, Bishop Augustus Spangenberg, a prominent Moravian leader, led an expedition to survey lands in North Carolina. They were captivated by the fertile lands and the prospect of establishing a new Moravian center. The Moravians purchased a 100,000-acre tract of land from Lord Granville, a British proprietor, and named it Wachovia, reminiscent of the Wachau Valley along the Danube River in Austria. The Moravians established the first settlement, Bethabara, in 1753. Over the following decades, they founded additional settlements including Bethania, Salem, Friedberg, and Friedland. These settlements became hubs of Moravian life, characterized by deep religious devotion, communal living, and a commitment to education and the arts. Their music, a blend of European and African influences, enriched the region's cultural landscape. Their hymns, anthems, and instrumental pieces reflected their deep spirituality and communal life. Their musical traditions continue to be performed and preserved today, embodying their rich cultural heritage. Moravian schools provided a high-quality education for both Moravian and non-Moravian children, preparing them for meaningful roles in society. A girls' school was founded in 1772, and in 1804, the Salem Female Academy, a boarding school, welcomed young women from across the South. This institution continues to thrive today as Salem Academy and College. The Moravians' stance on slavery was complex and contradictory. They justified their enslavement based on the idea of a divinely ordained social order. This belief system, rooted in the biblical story of Ham, led to the Moravians' acceptance of slavery as a natural and inevitable part of the world. This led to the Moravians' purchase and exploitation of enslaved people. Despite their acceptance of slavery, the Moravians treated their enslaved people with an uncommon degree of compassion and concern. They provided them with religious instruction, education, and opportunities for advancement within the Moravian community. However, this paternalistic approach did not alter the fundamental reality of their enslavement. The outbreak of the Civil War further complicated the Moravians' relationship with slavery. Initially, they opposed secession, reflecting their pacifist beliefs and their allegiance to the United States. As the war progressed and Confederate sentiment intensified, the Moravians reluctantly shifted their support to the Confederacy. Although aligned with the Confederacy, the Moravians continued to provide spiritual care for both enslaved and free. They maintained segregated congregations, but offered religious instruction and spiritual guidance to those seeking solace amidst the turmoil of war. In the aftermath, the Moravian Church faced significant financial struggles. The destruction of property and the loss of enslaved labor had severely impacted their economy. Through perseverance and adaptability, the Church gradually recovered and expanded. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Moravian settlements in Wachovia experienced a period of decline. The Moravian Church's central authority weakened, and their unique cultural identity gradually dissolved. Despite these challenges, their contributions to education, music, and religious life continue to shape the cultural landscape. Their settlements, now part of Winston-Salem, serve as living testaments to their communal spirit and unwavering faith. Preservationists have played a crucial role in safeguarding the physical remnants of the Wachovia settlements. Old Salem, a historic district in Winston-Salem, preserves over 100 buildings from the 18th and 19th centuries, offering a glimpse into the Moravians' unique lifestyle and contributions.